Hey, folks, welcome back. If there's one question I get all the time, it's this: what's the best 40-foot sailboat? And I get it. 40 feet is the sweet spot. Big enough to live aboard, small enough to handle solo, and just right for serious cruising without breaking the bank. So today, we're counting down the top 20 best 40-foot sailboats of all time, from 38 to 42 feet. These boats are proven, loved, and ready for just about anything. Let's get into it. The Island Packet 40 is a cruiser's cruiser. When people talk about a boat that feels 5 feet bigger than it is, this is the one. The beam carries well aft, giving you an interior that surprises everyone the first time they step inside. You've got that famous Island Packet build quality, overbuilt rig, heavy layup, and wiring and plumbing that look more like something out of a submarine than a sailboat. The Pullman berth up front is a huge bonus, making the forward cabin feel more like a proper bedroom. She's got a full keel, so you're trading a bit of speed for a whole lot of safety and comfort offshore. These boats are incredibly stable and forgiving in heavy seas. Owners swear by them for long-term liveaboard life, especially couples. They're not cheap, planned for around 200 grand for a well-kept example, but you're getting a boat that's built to outlive you. If I had to pick one boat on this list to recommend to someone who wants to unplug, point the bow south, and not look back for a few years, the Island Packet 40 would be a top contender every single time. The Passport 40 is what happens when you mix blue water pedigree with fine craftsmanship and just the right touch of elegance. Designed by Bob Perry, she's a true sailor's boat, fast enough to keep you smiling on passage and strong enough to handle just about anything the sea throws your way. What stands out the minute you step aboard is the solid feel. No creaks, no flex, just pure confidence underfoot. You get a sweet aft cockpit layout that keeps the motion more comfortable offshore, and the lines are clean and classic without being dated. Inside, the workmanship shines. Teak everywhere, thoughtful layout, proper nav station, real galley. You can tell it was designed by people who actually live on boats. She draws just under 6 feet, so you're not locked out of the skinny stuff, and the displacement is heavy enough to carry everything you need for a long cruise. These boats have gone everywhere, literally around the world, and you'll find a proud group of owners who'll talk your ear off about theirs. If you want a boat that's as happy at anchor as she is 500 miles offshore, the Passport 40 is tough to beat. The Bristol 43.3 is a bit of a name game. It's actually 41 feet on deck, but don't let the numbers fool you. This boat is pure class, especially for anyone looking for a center cockpit cruiser with serious offshore chops. She's built heavy, about 27,000 pounds, with a full keel and centerboard combo that gives you the best of both worlds. You can get into shallow anchorages with the board up, then drop it for better pointing when you're sailing to windward. Down below, the Bristol shines with traditional New England woodwork and a layout that makes long-term cruising feel like home. The aft stateroom is spacious and private, complete with its own head, and the center cockpit layout keeps the companionway dry and the engine easy to access. These boats are real sailors' boats, not the fastest in light air, but incredibly comfortable and confidence-inspiring when the seas get bumpy. Many are already set up for island hopping or extended liveaboard life with davits, solar, water makers, and more. If you're looking for a proven cruiser with graceful lines and serious capability, the Bristol 43.3 deserves a long, hard look. Now, here's a surprise entry, at least for some. The Hunter Legend 40 often gets overlooked by folks who think all Hunters are just floating condos. But the Legend series, that's a whole different story. This boat was designed to be sailed fast. With a slicker hull shape, powerful rig, and real hardware on deck, the Legend 40 has performance baked into its bones. You get a proper backstay, lots of winches, and a wide helm with great visibility. She's light on her feet, but still weighs in around 17,000 pounds, which means she's not a featherweight either. Inside, you'll find a bright, functional layout with plenty of headroom, a generous beam, and, get this, a respectable aft cabin with a walk-around bed. That's rare in this size, especially on a boat that's not just made for dockside living. The galley is usable, the nav desk is solid, and the overall vibe is surprisingly cruiser-friendly for a performance-oriented boat. If you're the kind of sailor who still likes to tweak the sails for that extra half knot, but you don't want to give up creature comforts, the Hunter Legend 40 is a seriously underrated gem. The Morgan 384 is a boat that proves you don't need to spend a fortune to get a solid, capable cruiser. Built like a tank and laid out with practicality in mind, this is the kind of boat that'll take care of you at sea and won't empty your wallet at the dock. Weighing in at around 18,000 pounds with a 5-foot draft and a skeg-hung rudder, she's a stout boat that handles weather better than most in her class. The cockpit is safe and well protected, the decks are wide and clean, and most systems are easy to access for maintenance. Down below, the layout is straightforward but smart. You get a roomy V-berth, a solid galley, and enough storage to live aboard comfortably. A big bonus? These boats often come with older but well-kept systems, giving you a platform that's already cruise-ready if you're willing to put in a little elbow grease. For under 60 grand, it's hard to find a boat that delivers more real-world cruising value than the Morgan 384. It's not flashy, but she'll take you far. The Tayana 42 is what you get when you take the DNA of a serious world cruiser and give it the space and strength to handle life at sea for the long haul. She's heavy, well-built, and time-tested across oceans. Full keel or modified fin with a skeg-hung rudder depending on the version, she's designed to track well, handle rough conditions, and carry a massive load of gear. The interior is full of rich wood, plenty of storage, and a cozy, almost ship-like feel. Most come with cutter rigs, which are ideal for sail handling in heavier weather and give you options when the wind pipes up. She isn't fast, but she's dependable and comfortable, which counts for a lot offshore. The Tayana 42 has a strong reputation in the cruising community, with many already circumnavigated. It's not uncommon to find one that's fully outfitted with davits, wind vanes, solar, and water makers ready to go. And while she's not the cheapest boat on the market, you're buying into a long legacy of blue water capability. If you're serious about crossing oceans and living aboard full-time, the Tayana 42 should be near the top of your list. If you're into offshore sailing, the Valiant 40 is probably already on your radar, and for good reason. This is the boat that changed the game. Designed for performance and passage-making, she blends the heavy displacement and comfort of traditional cruisers with the speed and responsiveness of a more modern hull. No full keel here. It's a conservative fin keel paired with a skeg-hung rudder, and that combo makes her a joy to sail while still staying steady and predictable in big seas. The interior is practical and cozy, with just enough finish to make long trips comfortable without being fussy. These boats are famously tough. Many have circumnavigated, and more than a few have done it solo. That says something. She's not for the flashy crowd, she's for sailors who want to go. The Valiant's reputation for seaworthiness, speed, and long-distance durability is almost unmatched in this size range. You'll find a passionate owner community, lots of support, and boats that are often already set up with wind vanes, solar, and more. If you want to go offshore without compromise and still enjoy a boat that sails beautifully, the Valiant 40 might just be your next ride. The Sabre 38. Mark II is one of those boats that just sails right. She's got balance, speed, and grace in equal measure, and she's built with that unmistakable New England craftsmanship. While technically under 40 feet, she belongs on this list for the way she punches above her weight in performance, quality, and livability. The hull shape is fast, but forgiving, and the helm is light, making her a joy whether you're racing around the buoys or gliding along on a breezy passage. Inside, the layout is smart and warm, with just enough wood to feel classic without being dark. The galley is functional, the nav station is proper, and the V-berth is roomy enough for extended stays. She's not built like a tank, but she's solid and well thought out. Maintenance access is good, and most systems are owner-friendly. For couples or small crews looking for a capable coastal or near offshore cruiser that's fun to sail and comfortable to live on, the Sabre 38 Mark II is an excellent choice. She's a sailor's boat through and through, quick on the water, classy down below, and built to last. The Nordic 40 is a bit of a hidden gem. Designed by Bob Perry and built in the 80s and early 90s, she brings together seaworthiness, good looks, and smart design in a package that holds up incredibly well today. At just under 40 feet LOA, she's got that classic Perry underbody. A moderate fin keel, skeg-hung rudder, and enough displacement to handle blue water cruising without feeling sluggish. Sailors who've spent time on a Nordic 40 love the way she moves. Smooth, confident, and responsive. She's got that magic blend of performance and comfort. Down below, the layout is practical and attractive. The joinery is high quality, the galley is proper, and there's good ventilation throughout. One standout feature, she's easy to single-hand, with lines led aft and good visibility from the helm. These boats were well built and have aged gracefully, often with owners who've cared for them meticulously. You won't find them as often as Catalina's or Beneteau's, but when you do, they're usually in good shape and ready for more miles. The Nordic 40 is a boat that'll look after you at sea, sail beautifully, and make you proud at anchor. Understated, but exceptional. When you hear Swan, you know you're dealing with one of the finest production yachts ever built. And the Swan 42 Mark II is no exception. Designed by Ron Holland and built by Nautor in the early 80s, this boat blends racer-cruiser performance with a level of craftsmanship that's downright rare. She's not just a pretty face. This is a fast, seaworthy boat that's sailed hard in races and gone far in cruising mode. Her fin, keel, and spade rudder make her responsive, agile, and a thrill to helm. And while her lines are sleek and aggressive, the interior is all Swan, rich woodwork, elegant detailing, and a layout that's both functional and and beautiful. She's got that solid, reassuring feel underfoot and offshore capability to match. Down below, everything's built to last, from the cabinetry to the sea berths. These boats aren't cheap, and you're not likely to find one sitting around neglected. They're owned by sailors who know what they've got. If you want a yacht that turns heads at the dock, sails like a dream, and is built to take you anywhere in style, the Swan 42 Mark II deserves your full attention. The Baltic 40 is a high-performance cruiser racer with a serious pedigree. Built in Finland and designed by Jeanneau/Vrolik, this boat combines speed, elegance, and offshore strength in a way few boats in this size range can match. She's lightweight, with a balsa cord hull, a deep fin keel, and a spade rudder, making her agile and quick even in light air. But don't let the performance fool you, she's also beautifully built. Baltic is known for its craftsmanship, and this boat has clean, precise joinery and a purposeful layout down below. It's not oversized or flashy, but everything is where it should be. She's a sailor's boat, responsive and fun to sail, whether you're on a coastal hop or a transatlantic run. While she's more performance-oriented than some of the heavy cruisers on this list, she can still be comfortably outfitted for offshore passages. The Baltic 40 is ideal for someone who wants a boat that can win a race on Saturday and head off cruising on Sunday. She's sleek, capable, and built to a very high standard, perfect for sailors who value both speed and quality in a well-balanced package. If you're drawn to rugged, full-keel cruisers that can go anywhere and take a beating, the Westsail 42 will speak your language. Built like a floating bunker, this boat is heavy, overbuilt, and proud of it. She's got a long keel, a stout hull, and a motion at sea that's steady, gentle, and confidence-inspiring, even when things get rough. The design is traditional with wide decks, a cutter rig, and massive storage capacity. Down below, it's like stepping into a cozy wooden cabin, with everything designed for function and comfort at sea. There's no racing DNA here. This is a boat made for long ocean passages, not short-course sprints. You'll often find them with wind vanes, solar, water makers, and all the gear for serious blue water living. Yes, she's slow compared to modern boats, and she won't point as high, but she'll keep you safe and dry in conditions that would rattle your teeth on a lighter hull. The Westsail 42 isn't for the casual weekender. She's for sailors who want to go far, take their time, and live aboard with full confidence in their boat. She's not pretty by modern standards, but she'll be there when you need her most. The Pogo 40 is the adrenaline junkie of this list. Born from the French offshore racing scene, she's a Class 40-inspired performance cruiser that will absolutely fly in the right hands. With a wide, flat hull, twin rudders, and an open transom, she's built for speed, plain and simple. The construction is lightweight, typically vacuum-infused foam core, and the sail plan is powerful. This is a boat that rewards active sailing. You'll be trimming, tweaking, and grinning from ear to ear when she lights up on a reach. But speed isn't her only trick. Down below, the layout is Spartan but smart. Plenty of room for gear, good sea berths, and a clean, functional galley. Think more expedition base camp than cozy cruiser. That said, there are plenty of Pogos out there that have been converted into comfortable liveaboard boats for adventurous couples or solo sailors. If your idea of a perfect cruise involves covering 200 miles a day with a grin on your face, the Pogo 40 is the boat for you. She's fast, capable, and proven in some of the toughest ocean races on the planet. Serious fun for serious sailors. The Hallberg-Rassy 42E is a true Scandinavian classic, built for crossing oceans in comfort and doing it with quiet, understated elegance. The E stands for Enderline, the designer behind this particular model, and his influence is clear: long, graceful lines, a deep and protected center cockpit, and a hull that just soaks up the miles. She's a cutter-rigged sloop with a powerful underbody and moderate displacement. While not a racer, she moves well and holds a course beautifully. These boats are built to an incredibly high standard, with thick hull layups, top-shelf hardware, and interiors that look like they were hand-finished by a master carpenter. Inside, the layout is cozy but highly functional, with a sea-friendly galley, a proper nav station, and that classic Hallberg-Rassy woodwork throughout. The aft cabin is a standout, offering true privacy and comfort. This is a boat designed for a couple to live aboard and cruise long distances without needing constant maintenance or upgrades. If you want something beautiful, reliable, and capable of carrying you across any ocean in the world, the Hallberg-Rassy 42E is exactly that kind of boat. She's not flashy, but she is utterly dependable. The Amel Maramu is one of the most iconic blue water boats ever built, especially among French cruisers. With her distinctive ketch rig, hard dodger, and all-weather cockpit, she's instantly recognizable and designed to keep you safe and comfortable no matter where you're sailing. These boats are loaded with practical details: massive tankage, walk-in engine rooms, decky-stepped masts for easier maintenance, and all lines led to the cockpit for easy handling, often by just one person. The Maramu is about function and longevity. She's not sleek or fast, but she'll get you there, and you'll feel secure doing it. Inside, the layout is built around offshore life. Lots of handholds, a roomy galley, and excellent ventilation. You'll also find tons of storage, and the systems are designed to be worked on at sea. Many Maramus come already equipped with davits, solar, wind vanes, and more, because most of them have already been out there doing the miles. They're not cheap, but you're buying into a boat that was made to cruise the world, not just the weekend regatta. If you're looking for a serious, proven blue water cruiser that prioritizes practicality and safety, the Amel Maramu delivers exactly that. The Contest 41 is a Dutch-built cruiser that blends classic looks with rock-solid construction and a smart interior layout. Contest Yachts has a reputation for building high-end, semi-custom boats with a serious attention to detail, and the 41 is no exception. With a center cockpit and a deep hull, you get a spacious aft cabin and good engine access. 2 big wins for liveaboard life. The design is very seaworthy, with a moderate displacement hull and conservative sail plan, making her comfortable and forgiving at sea. Down below, the woodwork is elegant without being overdone, and the layout is clearly designed for extended living, not just weekends. Plenty of storage, a well-equipped galley, and a proper nav station make this boat a smart choice for long passages. While she's not the fastest boat in the fleet, she's steady, safe, and easy to manage. Contest owners are known to be loyal, and these boats tend to be well cared for. If you're after a sturdy, offshore-capable cruiser that offers European craftsmanship and a refined layout without going full super yacht, the Contest 41 is an excellent, often overlooked option in the 40-foot range. The Tayana Vancouver 42 is a purpose-built blue water cruiser with a full keel, skeg, hung rudder, and serious offshore pedigree. Designed for distance, this is the kind of boat that doesn't flinch when the weather turns. She's heavy, stable, and carries a massive amount of gear, water, and fuel. Exactly what you want when you're thousands of miles from land. Most are cutter-rigged, giving you flexibility in sail handling and better balance when reefed down. The hull shape favors comfort over speed, but you'll still make respectable passage times. Below deck, the layout is traditional and full of warm wood, cozy, secure, and functional underway. You'll find sea berths, a real nav station, and a galley designed for serious cooking on passage. The aft cabin isn't a palace, but it's private and snug, and there's excellent storage throughout. These boats were built to last, and many have already done multiple ocean crossings. If you're looking for a strong, dependable cruiser that can take you around the world without complaining, and you don't mind moving a little slower to get there, the Tayana Vancouver 42 is a trusted companion you can count on. The Catalina Morgan 41 combines the strengths of 2 respected brands into a surprisingly comfortable and capable cruising package. It's a center cockpit design, which immediately gives you that prized aft cabin and easier access to the engine and systems. The boat strikes a nice balance between performance and livability. It's not a race boat, but she sails well enough to keep you moving without frustration. Build quality is respectable, and because Catalina took over Morgan's line, you'll find solid factory support and an active owner community. The interior is bright and spacious for a boat of this size, with good headroom and a layout that works well for a cruising couple or small family. The cockpit is protected and roomy, and many come with full enclosures for all-weather sailing. These boats are popular among full-time cruisers who want comfort without going into luxury yacht territory. You can often find them well-equipped on the used market with davits, solar, and water makers already installed. The Catalina Morgan 41 is a great Goldilocks boat. Not too pricey, not too bare, not too sluggish. Just right for coastal cruising, island hopping, or even some ocean miles. The Beneteau First 42 is one of those boats that blurs the line between racer and cruiser in the best possible way. Designed by German Freers, she's a performance-oriented cruiser with a sleek profile, efficient underbody, and a sail plan that rewards the sailor who loves to trim and tweak. With her fin keel and spade rudder, she's quick, responsive, and an absolute pleasure to sail, especially on a reach. But speed isn't her only selling point. Down below, the layout is surprisingly roomy and practical. It's not opulent, but it's warm and functional, with plenty of storage and a galley that works underway. She's also lighter than many cruisers in this range, which means she can get up and go in light air. Great for those who don't like to motor. While she may not carry as much gear as some full-keel cruisers, there are plenty of First 42s out there cruising comfortably with solar, wind vane, and all the kit. If you want a boat that's fun to sail, elegant to look at, and still comfortable enough to live aboard, the Beneteau First 42 hits that sweet spot. The Jeanneau Sun Odyssey 40 brings a modern take on the 40-foot cruiser. Sleek lines, twin wheels, wide transom, and a comfortable, open cockpit made for warm-weather sailing. Built for coastal and light offshore cruising, she offers loads of space and convenience without the heavy displacement of a true blue-water boat. That said, many have crossed oceans and handled rough conditions with the right prep and outfitting. The layout below is airy and bright, with multiple cabin configurations available. The galley is well placed, the salon is open and inviting, and storage is decent for a boat of this type. It's not built to the same standards as the heavier traditional cruisers on this list, but the trade-off is a lighter, faster boat that's more fun to sail in light winds and easier to dock in tight marinas. With the right upgrades, solar, water maker, better ground tackle, the Sun Odyssey 40 can absolutely serve as a long-term liveaboard. And because Jeanneau produced so many, parts and support are widely available. For the sailor who wants comfort, convenience, and decent performance in a modern hull, the Sun Odyssey 40 is a smart and affordable option. And there you have it, 20 of the best 40-foot sailboats ever built, from heavy-displacement world cruisers to sleek performance boats that'll keep you grinning at the helm. Whether you're looking to cross oceans, cruise the coast, or just find a comfortable floating home, this list covers a wide spectrum of boats that have proven themselves out there, time and time again. Remember, no boat is perfect for everyone. It all comes down to how you sail, where you want to go, and what kind of life you want to live aboard. Some of these boats will treat you like royalty at anchor. Others will eat up miles offshore like it's nothing, but they all belong on this list because they do what they were built to do exceptionally well. If your favorite didn't make the cut, drop it in the comments. I love hearing what boats you guys are sailing, dreaming about, or restoring out back in the driveway. And hey, if you enjoyed this one, hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow and keeps the wind in our sails. Until next time, stay safe, sail far, and keep the heavy side down. Catch you out there.